Good evening, champion. So I hope that you are still doing good. I hope that the week was fantastic to you. On my side, I thank God for the whole of this week. It has been a good week. It has also been a good. I've recorded some red. I've also recorded some blues, but I thank God because all things work together for good. So I'd like to welcome you to our today's analysis. Today, just being a recap of what has been happening throughout the week, and also we'll be talking about how we are going to prepare ourselves also for the next week, that is the upcoming week, and to see how we are going to ensure that we become consistent, especially when it comes to being profitable. So today I'll just be analyzing one index and one pair. So today I'll be analyzing the US 30 and together with GBPUSD, and we are going to see what next week holds for us. So the current index that is on your screen, this is US 30 or the Dow Jones, as other may like to call it. So for the case of the Dow Jones, you can see that currently we are at a buy position. Yeah, so moving into the daily time frame, so you can view it in the daily time frame. So every time that we usually have this touch, so you can see our first touch here, our second touch at that point, and also you've got this touch that is here, this touch that is also here, this touch that is also here, and lastly this touch that we have had this week. So every time that the market touches this trend line that are here, the market usually moves towards the upside. And that is what has happened at this particular point here. So the market has touched this particular trend line. So what we are expecting is a move to the upside to these levels that are here. So let me just move on to the 1 hour time frame. Now in the 1 hour time frame, you can just clearly see that at this point, so you can see that at this particular point here we had a touch, at this particular point here we also had another touch, and in this level this was a shallow touch, but then it was close to this touch, but that touch did not come to a completion. But currently we are having this touch that is here. So and then you can see that after this slight touch, immediately when the market touched this point here, the market shot to the upside here. So I'm currently waiting for the market to make a clear breakout to this position. uh, Let me just move to the 1 hour time frame so that you can have a clear so you can see that when the market touched this point here, the market shot to the upside, but then we had this point of resistance that is here. The market were pulled back again to this particular trend line, tapped this point of support. So currently you can see that the market at this point here. So I'm still waiting. So I'm waiting for a clear breakout. I don't know when that breakup is going to happen. It may be next week, but I'm still preparing for that breakout. So, and if that breakout comes in, so I'm just will be going not a little bit so hard. So just be going for the 100 pips. My target is going to be at this point here. This is going to be my target. So I'll just raise that to that point there. So this is the plan that I have. So if this breakout happens at this point here, if the market shorts to the upside, that is, I'm just looking forward to getting into these markets and clearly moving towards the upside. I'm just waiting for this evening. If the market reaches at this point this evening, I'll also go in with a buy trade, looking to move towards these levels that are here. So for this trade, I'll just be risking a total of 108 pips for a total reward of 360 pips. So that is the plan that I have when it comes to the US 30. Remember, US 30 at the end of the week, they like creating new, can say they are new highs. Yeah, at the end of the week, they usually make some new highs. So hopefully, we are just going to see how the markets are going to behave, and just praying that the market moves according to our direction. So the other pair that I wanted to discuss about is the famous GBP USD, or most of you like calling it the GU. So let me start from the daily time frame. Now from the daily time frame, you can see that this was, so we had a touch at this point here. So you can see that we had this touch here, move to the downside to this particular point of support, move to the upside to these particular areas. We also had this touch to this point of support, rose up to this point here, but respected the trend line that was at this point, moved to the downside here, and we had a clear breakout to the upside, and currently we are settling at that point. So you can see that the target, since we have had double touches, so you can see these double touches that are here at this point, and also you can see that here you have got this double touch that is here. So what we are expecting is for the market to shoot up to the upside. That is the target. The main target is at this particular point of resistance, that is at this point here. That is the main target that we have for this trade. So moving into the 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see that that is still the target that we are having. That so you can see these are the double touches. The first touch that is here, and also this second touch that is here. So you can clearly see that there are particular patterns that have been created, especially at this second touch in this point of support. You can see that the market, after touching this point, they shot up to the upside, made some several retracement, and then moved to the upside again, came to this point of support, moved to the upside, came to this point of support again, shot up to the upside, get a breakout, and came and tapped this point that is here. And we had a shoot to the downside up to this point that is here. So currently you can see that the market have tagged this particular point of resistance, which is a very strong point of resistance. So you can see that this point of resistance, when it came to this point, the market moved to the downside. When it came to this point, the market also moved to the downside. When it came to this point, the market moved to the downside. That's why you can see that at this regular point, I've got a short position. So I'm looking forward for the market to move toward the downside. And one thing that I have to mention is that whenever the market made a touch to this point, it always comes down to this point of support. So you can see that in these areas, it tapped this point, came to this point of support, rose again, tapped this point again, moved to this particular point of support, and even created a breakout to the downside. That is, and when it came to this point again, the market moved to this point, created a breakout also, and moved toward the downside. So currently, I'm expecting that the markets are going also to move from this point, come to this point of support. But then this time round, I'm expecting that the markets are going to move from this particular point, come to this point of support here, and further move to the upside to come to this point of resistance. So that is the plan that I have when it comes to the GBPUSD. Moving into the 1 hour time frame, it is just to kind of have a clear view of what the market has to say. So that's the view that I have. So but currently I'm in this trade. You can see that I got into this trade after the market created a breakout below this point of resistance that is here. So that's why you can see that I got into the market. I'm looking forward to gaining a total of 696 pips. Hopefully that will be it. Um, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel. For this week, I'm just targeting to, I mean, for the whole of this month, I'm targeting to get more than 100 subscribers. Please do support me. You can also join our Telegram group. The link is in the description space below this video. You can also follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. The link in the description space below this video. Do share this content to your family, friends, relatives, whoever is interested in forex, and you know them. Please share this content. It may be helpful to them. And my prayer is that may the peeps always be with you. So thank you.